Yo, what is up guys, just Rick here, and I want to be going over some of the items that are in the cash shop right now. So, all of these items are already in, except this one in particular right here, the soul set. Now this set is basically, they don't have it in the shop yet, you can just check right here, it's not here under the soul gear, they sell them individually. But this set right here, usually at a discount, just like the gears, they have the sets here. It's the same thing except for all of the soul pieces, so I don't know when they're actually going to sell it, but they have it here in the test server. It just gives you one of everything, which they should have it at a discounted price that is less than the combined total of all of these, which is what I am pretty much waiting for before I start gearing my guy out with some soul gear. But going over what the soul gear does, I don't know if you guys are interested, but they actually provide bonus stats for you that do work in PvP. So this is, you know, the portion where it actually becomes pay to play, because these are stats that you can't get otherwise. Now, they're not too game breaking, but some of them, they add up. I mean, they truly do. So I will be going over all of the stats that you get from them. So for the head stat, this is the same. This should be the same for every class. So just a heads up on that. For the headgear, you get these stats right here. I'm just going to choose one. For the shoulders, you can choose these stats right here. I'll choose this one. This is not any kind of preference or anything, guys. And I will equip them. You see that you can have the costume behind you and the soul gear applied to the costumes. For your chest, you have cooldown 10%. I mean, that's a big deal, I think. That could get even higher, and I'll explain that later. But for your lower armor, I'll choose you 10% on magic defense and movement speed. I'll choose movement speed. These are, I'll just choose attack speed. This is for your gloves. And finally your shoes. Damage resist, crit, strength, the movement speed again. So I'm getting all the speed equipment. So this gear actually doesn't work alone. So if you wear this set right here, this is actually not giving me any extra stats. And the reason being, you're not wearing a costume with it. So it only really works, these soul gears only work when you have a costume equipped as well as the stone itself. So you'll start seeing my stats change when I actually put soul gear on. So this is the shadow gear set, if you're wondering what it is. It basically is a set that gives you one piece of everything again. Now the soul gears, when you put them on, you notice they're a costume, but they don't do anything, or they don't have any cosmetic appearance, and that's basically what they are. They're a reason for you to, they cost the same as, you know, regular gear. You see this costs 680, but the transparent gear 680 as well. It acts just like a costume, except it's transparent. So the reason being, sometimes you want to get the effect of wearing one of these soul gears, but you don't want to lose the cosmetic appearance of what you're actually equipping. See, that has a look of itself. So say you wanted to maintain that look, you just but have the stats of a soul gear, you just put a transparent gear and you can't see it anyway. And you know, some of the gear actually looks pretty good. I think this 47 blue set actually looks pretty decent. But that's your alternative for that. Just remember, you can't just wear the soul gear alone. You have to wear a costume as well. So that's what the shadow gear is for. It's pretty much an invisible costume. Okay, going over the chaos stones. What do these do? So activating the chaos stones, and I'll explain it with my shoulders here. The chaos stones open this window right here. The window, it just asks for a single item, and I'm gonna put in my shoulders. So it says it's gonna consume 23 chaos stones. What's it gonna do? Remember the stats that are on there, because it's just gonna re-roll the stats on there. Bam. And it'll take a bit, so you'll look at the stats here, and when it re-rolls it, they should be changed. And the only thing that changed, did you see it? The only thing that changed was the additional damage to Slayer. Everything else stayed the same. And it is random, guys, so it's just randomizing the numbers. If you... There it goes, changed again, so I get a little bit higher. It doesn't always get better, guys. It could get worse, so that's just a heads up there. But you see it went down. So it basically just re-rolls the stats on your item. This is actually really, really beneficial for things like epic grade items, where you may have an epic grade item but it doesn't have good stats on it. You can re-roll the stats on it until you get something you like. But just remember, the higher the rarity, the more that it's going to cost you in chaos stones. And that could be a problem. So I'll get the blue destiny here. I think some of the stats are changed throughout. So you see the strength up is like 89 right there. I think I can get it higher if I re-roll the stats. But here you can see it's going to cost 101 Chaos Stones to do the change on it. So I'm going to see if I can get any kind of difference when I actually re-roll, what kind of stat changes I can get. And bam, you saw the HP down, 488. My strength up is only 70 now. I mean, you can see the change in the type of stats you can get. Now, the green stats or the white stats are the only ones that can be changed using the Chaos Stones. The gray stats are always for that one. They're static. They're never going to change. So it's the white stats that you're actually competing to change for. So now you see I have 88, and we can go on about this, but it basically just re-rolls your stats. There you go. The magic primer. Okay, hold on. The magic primer I can't really explain to you guys right now, but basically it has the same dialogue box. When you enhance your equipment, after you hit a certain point, especially with weapons, after you hit, like, I think after +7 or something, you have a chance of, instead of it breaking, it has a chance of locking up. So it'll lock up. It says, okay, I can't enhance anymore. I can't even attempt to enhance anymore until you unlock it. And the only way you can unlock it, guys, is by using this magic primer book, the red book, and you put it in there and it unlocks it for you, and then you can enhance again. Now that is kind of like a safety measure. It can happen, or it happens before it starts breaking. So it's like a safety measure before it starts breaking. But after you hit a certain point, you know, if it breaks, it breaks. It's not going to lock and then break. It's, you know, it has a chance of either locking or breaking. So this is basically the item to unlock it. So I can't really explain that now because I don't have anything to like enhance it and lock up. But finally, for the magic seal scroll, it has the same exact dialogue box, and this removes the bound item status. So if you have an item that you've already equipped it on your character, say for instance this sword, which, okay, let me bind it. Unable to equip it for this class. Oh wait, I'm playing a berserker, so I might as well get a sword that I can actually equip, right? I haven't even tried these swords, so I'm going to try them both out. But for instance, I get this on there, it's bound to me now, so I can't even put it in my storage if it has that little lock in it. So you see, it has a lock, I can't put it in storage, it's bound to my character. Same thing with this item, it's not bound, therefore I can trade it. Now, if you want to unbind an item for it to be tradable and put into storage and stuff, oh, well, that item in particular cannot be unbound. So you can see with the lock at the top, it says bound item cannot be unbound. But for the blue items, you can see it's a bound item, but I can't unbind it. So just wanted to show the difference between those two. Now, it will still have a lock on it, but it'll be unbound until somebody equips it again. So it just shows how many times that an item has been bound and re-unbound. I think you can only do it a maximum of 7 times, so if you have a really good item, don't be trading it around using these scrolls too much. I don't know how many times you can bind it, but again, it's bound again, and it does keep track of it, so it's unbound once already. So other than that, guys, I think that is all the items. You already know what the skill reset does. It gives you all your skill points back. But hope I went over all the cash shop items that are in the game. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys later.